Hello, elite students. Welcome back to science class. Yes, students, we are back. You must have seen that mom wears beautiful, soft, and shiny saris on special occasions. Yeah? The texture, beauty, and the luster of the fabric grabs a lot of attention and appreciation. But what is this fabric exactly? So, students, it is nothing but it is silk. Yes, we have come across this term several times. Let us know and understand what silk is and how the fabrics are obtained. To start with, can you tell me the source of silk fibers? Yes, is it a plant or any animal? Yes, students, it is an animal. This small worm, called silkworm, gives us silk threads. But how can we get threads from such tiny creatures? And how many threads can little ones give us? So students, let's get to know the complete process by understanding the silkworm's life cycle. To begin with, the first stage is where the eggs are laid by the female moth on the leaves. So, which plant leaves are preferred by the moths? So, students, it is the plants such as mulberry which moths prefer. So, the egg stage is the first stage. The next stage, students, is where the eggs develop into larvae. Larvae are forms which appear some like this. Yes, the worm-like structures. The larvae grows in size by feeding themselves on the mulberry leaves. So students, the growth indeed is gradual. The growth stages of this larvae are also given us a scientific name. This stage is called instar. In literal term, instar means phase between the two molting processes of the insect larva. So students, in this case, we can say that larvae grows first into instar, second instar, third instar, and so on, till they feed themselves enough. So students, once the larvae are content with the amount of the food consumed, that is the leaves, yes, they enter the next stage, and this stage is their resting phase. So, for resting, you all know we need a cozy cover around us. Yeah? Yes, students, we need a cozy cover around us. Just like the blanket we take while sleeping, similarly, students, even these larvae try to make cover around them. This is when they secrete slimy thread-like structure from their mouth. They swell the head in all directions when secreting the thread. As a result of this movement, a thick coat of threads formed around their complete body. And student, this coat is called the cocoon. Did you know that this cocoon is what is of great interest to us? Yes, because it is this structure that will give us the silk threads after we process it. So students, once the cocoon is formed, the larva inside it starts resting and enters the next stage of the life cycle, and that is pupa stage. Which stage? Pupa stage. So students, the pupa stage is the stage where the organisms sessels, which means they do not usually move, and starts developing the organs which adult moths have. So students, here the pupa rests inside the cocoon and start developing into an adult. After it develops completely, the next stage, that is the adult stage, is reached. The mature moth is now ready to break the cocoon and fly away. This is the complete life cycle of a silkworm. So, now we can tell you, or I can tell you, that how silkworm is obtained from these animals. The cocoon is the main source of silk thread, students. Yes, once the pupa develops into adult and flies away leaving the cocoon behind, the cocoons can be collected and the threads are obtained. Right, students? And the threads in a cocoon are extremely strong. They are surprisingly as strong as steel threads. The processing of these threads further gives us the silk fibers. In short, these are the 4 developmental stages of silkworm's life cycle. The egg comes first, then the larva stage, followed by the pupa stage, and lastly the adult stage where the mature moth fly out the cocoon. But how and where do we get these cocoons from? Do we have to go to forest where mulberry trees are? Is there any other way to get them? Yes. The silkworms are reared in special farms. Rearing of these silkworm is a profitable industry by itself. The practice of culturing silkworm is called sericulture. What is it called? It is called sericulture. So students, next we will see this beautiful practice of sericulture and understand how silk fibers are obtained from cocoons. So till then, stay safe and stay healthy. We will continue the topic sericulture in another video. Thank you, students.